You know we don't like you to do that.
I spent the morning talking to Bunny about how I've been feeling. It's just a general feeling that resisting this very quiet and cozy life that we have, because it goes against the vision I have for us being able to be performing for audiences. And I feel like by settling into this life and really accepting this life the way it is, that I am then betraying the vision that I have. And he's helping me. He said to me, maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's by accepting things the way they are that will help manifest the things that those dreams that we have. Because he was saying how he's not giving up on his dreams. It just helps to talk to someone about it, and it's not anything, we can't do anything about it currently. It's this life is the life we have, and the best thing we can do is just try and be present with it.
This Mimi is have every day.
What?
What kind of food that Mimi is actually have? What kind of food that she's always have? Food.
It's all right.
It's all good, Mimi. It's all
Good girl.
Let's do check Buddy's temperature first.
That looks real good. Can I have one?
I told you anyway.
Giving it to someone else? All right, well, I'm going to take one. I'm taking
You can
one.
hold on to it while you can hold on to it before I give it.
All right. Going to the pools. You're cheeried up, yeah. He's cheeried up. Time for a pool morning. Into lunch now. You're very busy today. Home now, little bug. Little bugaboo. You get all trembly. All joyful. Oh, she was sleeping. And she's so excited to see mommy daddy. Oh, daddy. Oh, yeah! Look at that. Chicken and mashed potatoes. And Bunny said it was a simple dinner, but it's quite nice. Isn't it, Mimi?
I switch back and forth.
I slept as terribly as I could imagine sleeping. I slept really badly when we were up in the mountains, but this one I was just tossing and turning the entire night because my thighs were aching, and it was just so uncomfortable. I think I didn't fall asleep until 3, and we're gonna go downtown today to get a microphone. It's rainy, so he's gonna come with me, I think. We're going down to Denpasar this morning to get a microphone that our friend Free recommended to me. I just randomly saw him the other day outside Bintang, and he recommended this microphone. And it's a good microphone, and they have one down in Denpasar, so we're gonna go get one. And it's raining a lot.
See, you always mention people's names.
Finally, we're gonna get this thing. It's a good microphone for recording. Happy. Rain all day. We're gonna have been out for about 5.5 hours. Traffic and everything's so bad in the rain.
Traffic up that road was something.
Way worse, yeah.
I don't know if I've heard
Saturday.
Yeah.
Storytelling is really what
I feel very privileged that we got to go on that trip and get the microphone that we needed. I feel very lucky that we can live like this. Food is coming. We have a feast. It's very good.
Market cats.
Dog wants to sit on the bench with market cats. Yeah. Hi, baby.
Right?
Hi, cute. You're
does.
cute. Yes, you are. This is amazing.
Luna Sierra Neau Nella tierra donde haenedi
Do you like to squeak? Do you like to listen to mommy talk to you? Yeah. Okay. Snack
Yes, we're guardians of you.
Having a beautiful morning. Bunny practiced and I worked on music with the new microphone and it's just so thrilling. Bring the dog, Jar. It's so sweet. Bunny looks so sweet with her. Bunny, put her in my lap. Put her in my lap.
Happy room.
Cauliflower and carrot soup with mushrooms. Amazing. One of the most inspired days I've had in a long time. And I work every day on my creativity, but just relaxed. Worked all morning on music, making headdresses and clothes and having a great time. Isn't it great? So I made this skirt a while ago. I made the top and I made this thing.
Fuck.
I love it.
If I don't oil my toe,
Yeah, it hurts.
it gets, the skin breaks and then I have that.
I worked for many hours this morning on my music, and we spent like 2.5 hours on it. It was really nice. I have a ton of music that I've made, and many of them are, and this is the one I did. It's really exciting. It's just thrilling. This microphone is fantastic that we got. This Rode microphone, just incredibly makes it very easy to record music. It's much more inspired. Like in just a few hours, I did all of these layers of vocals. This piece is almost 10 minutes long already, but it's really beautiful and fun and thrilling, and it helps replace my need to perform, which is amazing. She's gonna get a treat, sweet. teasing her, Bunny. Don't tease her. That's terrible.
Hey,
Really terrible.
isn't that cute?
Hi everybody. It's been a minute since I've made a video. I don't have much motivation to share on this channel these days. I don't want to say any more because that's me, being extreme and saying I'll never share again, which is something I tend to do. I'm trying to eliminate the never and always statements. But I have been quite discouraged with the channel. It's basically because it's not, people don't look at things that I share. People dislike the videos. I mean, actually, most of the videos are disliked rather than liked, which I don't understand. I don't know why. I don't really care. I don't want to hear from people hating on us. I did take all the videos down for a minute because I was just so tired of that happening, and people just being petty and disliking videos because they don't have anything better to do with their lives or something. I don't really know. Yeah, it's just the channel has been buried. It's, people don't look at things, and that's just the way it is. But it does bother me, and there's nothing I can do about it. But I've been incredibly creative, and I just finished making this. I made this headdress, which I absolutely love. It makes me feel like an alien. Isn't this fun? So fabulous. And I made this. I love this. This is a bunch of earrings that I made, and I put it as like a headdress or a necklace, or it's totally my style, right? And I made this floral headdress. I started using wire because I have a ton of wire that I got at the fabric store many months ago, and I hadn't really used it yet, and so I started using wire and wrapping all my pretty fabrics that I have into headdresses, and it's really fun for me. It's interesting because there's a feeling of that we're preparing for something, and one can say nothing is really happening these days because we're by ourselves, home alone, basically all the time now, and that's fine. We're very inspired, and being just I think something has happened recently in which I've realized that I'm just tired of trying to convince people of us online, trying to get people to be interested in us online, and I've basically kind of given up on it, and I don't care anymore. I spent a long time trying to get people interested. My whole career and my whole life is kind of like, can people pay attention to what we're creating? Can people pay attention to our performances? Can people come and see us? Can people give us opportunities to play? Can people come and see us perform? And then can we have interactions with people to give us potential opportunities to perform in various guises? And I've just kind of given up on it. And sharing online, also sharing on Instagram and YouTube, and trying to like make people interested in it. And I've just realized that it's impossible. I really don't believe it's possible anymore to be seen, and to realize that that's been true even throughout our whole careers, that we've been invisible. When we were out playing in the street, we were street performing, and people saw us. But what's interesting about my time as a street performer is that I always kind of believed by doing makeup and everything that people would see me. I feel like I've talked about this before, but I probably have, but so bear with me, anybody who's actually paying attention. But I would do hours and hours of makeup. I would do my hair, I would do my costumes, and I would just I would believe that people would see us eventually, that if I looked
completely fabulous if we did our work as best as we could. If we just did one more performance, one more show, one more trip somewhere, that we would be seen and people would value what we did. And that kind of never happened. It's almost like we never really were seen. We've been lucky, and we have met a lot of beautiful people who love us still and are in our lives, even though we're halfway across the world from them and we don't see them anymore, and we don't talk to people much these days. And we were able to escape the street performance life before it just all fell into shit. So I'm really grateful for that. And but I spent many years. I think I spent, the full 15 years of our work together dressing up and hoping that it would make that would have like an impact on our lives, and it would mean something, and it would cause something to happen. And it never really did. I just did it, and it was good, and I have some pictures and videos of it, but nobody really knows that we did what we've done. And that's always how it's been, it's always been that way, where we've always been kind of just giving it all of our energy and then not really much coming back. And we still do that. We still do that every day. I make my own clothes. Thoth makes his own music. He works on his programs. We work out every day. I'm currently working on my first album, which is something I'm really proud of. I'm using Reason, a music program on my computer, and we recently got this beautiful microphone that can plug into our computers, and we can just work. So we have basically mobile music studios, and so then I feel like I've found something to, while we're not getting to perform publicly, to kind of replace that need for performing, because for the longest time it was just, being out all the time and being out in the world and being seen and being heard to a certain extent. And now that's not happening at all. Like we don't, and in a way it's our choice. We're not going out much anymore. We don't have any reason to. We would go out primarily to perform, and now that we don't have those, now that we can't do that here, we stay at home a lot, and so it's been a really long transitional period for both of us. But I can speak for myself in saying that I've struggled a lot with it, because there was a point in which I said to Thoth that I couldn't go out in public anymore and sing to nobody. It was causing me so much despair and heartbreak, and because I would be in my own little world working on stuff every day. I mean, that's how I am. That's the kind of person I am. I work on my drawing books and my, all my little creative things that are for me. And these days I work on making clothes and painting and music. And now it's all just for me, and it's all a solitary practice. And for both of us, it's that way. We're working on our own projects together while being together. And that's how it's always been, actually. We've always been doing things solitary, quietly. And then, but in the past, we would then be pulled out of that quiet, creative, imaginary world, and then have to go out in the street and sing in order to make money to eat. And now we don't have to do that anymore. So it makes sense to me, actually, that we've kind of just started to really just be on our own. And I don't pursue friendships with people. That was something else that I did kind of out of a survival instinct, I think. This thing of just constantly reaching out to people, asking people if we could see them, if we could get together, if we could do things with them, if we could perform for them, and I've just stopped. I'm not saying I've given it up forever, but that's currently what's happening, and it's incredibly liberating for me. And also, I've given up on. It's this thing of like I've really given up on everything besides my creativity, and I've given up on trying to make things happen and get people interested and do stuff for other people that I think will entertain them or interest them. And it all stems from a desire to be understood, of course, because it is a lonely path that we follow. Even though we're together, we're by ourselves most of the time. But to realize that we always have been is really actually comforting. That nothing's really changed. It's just that we don't have that thing that would bring us out into the public, which was getting really hard, actually. It was really getting hard to street perform at the end for me, because people weren't paying attention anymore. Everybody's on their phones and stuff. So, and the world is fucked up in a way that I don't even want to know about it. I mean, what's going on in America is just terrible. People who are running the country, what they're doing. When I hear about it even a little bit, it makes me want to die. I mean, it just makes me so fucking depressed. And I really feel for the people, our friends in America and people we know who are having to deal with that. It's just breaks my heart. And I can get really sad sometimes thinking that there's nothing I can do about this. I sit around sewing and making costumes and painting and drawing and making music, and I can't do anything about this stuff. And the world is so corrupt and so fucked up. But I basically, the way that I am surviving and survive in general is ignoring it. It's the same with, I just kind of have to ignore the fact that people don't pay attention to what we do and just do it anyway, because it's important to me and it's important to Bunny. But I really do believe that the last couple of years has been me having to transition away from being a public performer to being a solitary artist. And it's been really, really, really hard. I mean, it's not something I can really explain to anybody. I know that it's not something you as a person watching could understand. But it's just going from being a street performer where people were seeing us and we were having interaction with society to a certain extent, to it just stopping and us being out in the world where we're in a completely different part of the world. And it really does feel like the bravest thing we could have ever done, to be honest, to have left America and now be in this part of the world where we're alone and we're safe. We can just be creative all the time. And but it's just been a process for me of learning how to let go of the need for people to look at us and listen to us and just do it. We put out 15 of our albums. I have another one that I need to work on, which will be the 16th album. Thoth has all of his music up online on Bandcamp. And I'm working on an album, and he just released a solo album. So we're just incredibly creative, and I made all of these clothes, and it just I really do feel like with my experience of starting to record music for myself, really record my own music, has been kind of a something that's helped me in this sad longing for being able to perform, because I really don't like just standing around singing for myself. If it's singing has always been something that I did for an audience. And it took me years really to let go of that, and it still comes up, and it always will. There's no arrival, you just kind of have experiences in life, And but for me, there is a feeling now of that I kind of have come to some space in which I feel happy and content with the life that I have, and it is a quiet life, and it is a solitary life, and that's okay. For the longest time, I felt that something was missing, and I'm gonna take her to Boo Boo. Boo Boo. Nappy, Dada, oh yay. Dada. She's so bumpy. There she goes. The transition between being an artist who is out and an artist who is in. Actually, I remember a long time ago that somebody said to me that I'm what did they say? They said that I'm kind of a solitary person. What is it? Introverted. That I'm introverted, and it's true. I am. I'm kind of shy and introverted, and I'm used to people not being interested in what I am, and I do know at the same time that I'm a very outrageous person, and it would be very hard for people to understand me, because I've spent my whole life basically creating my own world with my art, my music. I mean, I just finished my 10th painting, which I'm so proud of. And it's just sitting on the walls of the house, which is so nice to be able to look at my art. And it's really magical to just have a house full of artwork that I've made. All my art on the walls. And so I feel like I really do feel like I'm happier than I've been in years, honestly, because it's been a painful change from what our life now is not anything near what it was before. We're very safe. We're really we have nothing to worry about. We don't have anything we have to like plan for or wonder if it's going to be okay, or like we might move to Chiang Mai at the end of this year, but we're going to go over there and visit and see what it's like first, and maybe hopefully even find a house first, and it's just much more gentle time, and I think I've just been resisting that forever, because I felt in my mind, I felt like by resisting contentment and happiness in a quiet life, that I then am betraying my dreams, because I have very big dreams for what we do still. I still dream of us being able to, write operas and tour and perform for people and have audiences and release music that people listen to. It's hard to accept life the way it is, but I'm aware that resisting things the way they are is the surefire way to be completely fucking miserable, and I've been miserable for a while, just resisting the lifestyle that we have and saying, oh no, we need to struggle. I've just been so used to struggling has been my identity for so long that I didn't even know who I was when struggling stopped happening. I was performing for so long publicly in a certain way that when that stopped, I didn't know who I was when it stopped. It's like, well, who am I now? What am I supposed to do? And now I record music at home, just by myself, quietly. I sit and draw by myself quietly. I play with my puppy. I sit with Bunny and eat dinner. I know that we're capable of ever so much more and we can't, we could be still performing and touring and all of that, but our life is this way right now. And Thoth says something really smart. He says, we dress up every morning and get ready for the day, and we don't just, sit around like slobs, or we treat each day like an opportunity to be as creatively self-expressive as possible. And there's readiness is all. So right now nothing's really happening. We're not like going around the world like we used to and performing everywhere, but a lot is happening inside of us, and we're taking full advantage of this creative time that we have to just time. We have all this time now to be creative and work on projects, and we are. And but readiness is all. When a time ever does come, if it does come again, in which we are getting to perform, or we are in front of an audience again, that we'll be ready and we'll be prepared for that. And Thoth made 3 websites. He made our website, a website for himself, and a website for me for my art, and it's just exploding creatively. So we're doing the best we can, of course, and yeah, that's an update.
Yeah, I took 3 pieces. I'm kind of tired because I didn't sleep very well, but I'm sitting here making these very cool things with reason, singing layered vocals and then speaking, which I've never done before, like speaking words just coming out of my imagination. It's amazing. And he's a puppy. Puppy. Puppy shopping. I'm not taking a walk. It's very overcast and rainy these days, which I like. It's actually nice for me. I feel happier than I've ever felt. Than I've felt in years, I have to say, because being able to record music has finally helped me find something to replace this desire to perform. And I do record some recording in the morning, and I feel really satisfied. And I can enjoy the rest of my day. And work out, work on music, do some drawing, eat good food, and I'm happy. Going to Plant Bistro. Let's go this way.
My recommendation to you is to do that.
To do what?
And do it. You don't have to start immediately, but just start thinking about spreading the day over and doing a different thing at a different.
Okay.
Give yourself a certain amount of time. The problem with it is that there's going to be a time when you're going to get really excited about something.
Yeah. It really is a beautiful place. I'm grateful we can be here. This woman came up to us when we were finishing our dinner and asked to take a picture of us, and said we were beautiful, and she was very inspired by us, which was really sweet. People don't do that. People don't talk to us because I know they're shy, and she was shy. But she said you guys were living the dream, and traveling and living in Bali and being yourselves, and we need more people like you. Me, me, me. Mama. Hi, baby. So amazing. It's just raining every single day. But I think I went to sleep at 10 o'clock, and I maybe go to sleep at 10:30. Slept well, and then I woke up at maybe 4:30, and I was awake for the rest of the morning and just laid in bed.
And now it's about 9 o'clock, and we're gonna go over to Zuby's house to play for some of his friends. We haven't seen him in like 6 months or something. It'll be nice.
It's been 6 months or longer since we've been here.
Careful music goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the bow.
Alla pierra sabonge tierra nulla vattiere non mettere una varateri una festiera gabau e benige neta una vacuna pa e tu la va sulle viero na bau e le nulla la e di Oh, then in the house.
Hitting everywhere.
Are you a concert tenor?
Included in my annals, my experience. Having said that, because
And it ended up with you being so out of it.
He had taken care of them.
Probably would go up higher. Right?
We just had salmon sandwiches and they were so good I didn't film anything, or it's not like anybody cares, but it's oopsie. That was very nice, honey.